Welcome back, boys and girls. We are going to continue with Module 2, Lesson 2. Remember, in Part 1, we had a tape diagram, and we correlated that to a number line with intervals of 5 minutes each. And we're talking about telling time using a continuous measurement, which is our number line. So if you have your centimeter ruler handy, I want you to go ahead and draw a line. Draw a line again. We're going to use a number line. Put your arrows on the sides to show that it's continuous and it keeps going. And if you're using your centimeter ruler, you want to have that at least 12 centimeters long. And we're going to make our first tick mark, and we're going to do 0. And we're going to make it just like we did before, counting by fives. So at 15, 20, 25, and maybe if you have to go down a little bit with some to make it fit, you can do that. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So go ahead and make that number line. Pause the video if you need to. And we're really thinking about these intervals. Remember our vocabulary word from Part 1, interval. It's just the space in between our hash marks, in between our marks that we've made. On our number line, we are representing minutes. So on the far left side of our number line, we are at 0 minutes. On the far right, we are at 60 minutes. Below the 0 tick mark, we're going to write 1:00, which means 1 o'clock. And we're talking about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we're going to put PM. And at 60 minutes, we're going to label that as 2 o'clock PM. Again, please stop the video anytime you need to so that you can make your work look like mine. And you can do this on your whiteboard, or even better, you can do it on a piece of paper so that you have it as a reference when we do all of our other work. So now we have a number line that shows the hour between 1 o'clock PM and 2 o'clock PM. So we're going to plot some different points, things that happen throughout the day. We're going to pretend that you have recess, which hopefully you're giving yourself some recess time at home. We're going to pretend that we have recess at 1:10 in the afternoon, 1:10 p.m. And I ask myself, does that time fall in between 1 and 2? It does, because we have our hour here of 1 o'clock plus 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and plot, and I'm going to use a different color. We're going to plot recess at 1:10. So right there, 10 minutes after the hour is recess. And that's another new vocabulary word, plot, which basically means we're marking. So plotting a point, that's another one. So plotting just means we're putting it on there, basically. And a point is this sort of dot that we're making. It's our label, basically. Okay. So the next thing we're going to mark is science. Let's pretend we start science class at 1:35. So here's 1 o'clock. I'm going to count by fives until I get to 35 because it's 1 o'clock plus 35 minutes. So I'm going to start 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So now I'm going to plot a point and mark an S for science. Now we're going to pretend that we have, let's pretend we have special at 1:45. So here we go. We're going to count starting at 1 o'clock, which is 0 minutes, right? 1 o'clock is the hour, 0 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And that is special, so let's put SP for that. And let's say we start math, which most of you do math in the morning, but let's pretend we do math at 2 o'clock. So we don't really need to count on our number line because we know right over here is 2 o'clock all the way over here on the right-hand side. So that is math time. So think about, how does this number line compare to a clock that we might see on our wall? It's really that clock just pulling that circle clock apart and writing it in a line, because we have a 5 equates to the 1 going around the clock, 10 minutes after is the 2, 15 minutes is the 3, 20 minutes is the 4, 25 minutes is the 5, 30 minutes is the 6, and so on and so forth until you get to 60 minutes or 0 on a clock if you're going around the clock, both represented by the 12. This was part 2. The next thing you're going to do is listen to part 3, boys and girls, and do the problem set with me. So make sure that you have that ready to go.